Good morning, students. Today we will start a new topic, that is Java fundamentals. Java fundamentals. In this topic, we will discuss about the basic building blocks that we use while making our Java program. So starting with the first one, character and character set. So what is character? As you all know, when we write a Java program, we use actually a number of characters. So character is the smallest unit of writing which is capable of conveying some information. Clear, I hope. Definition is clear. बहुत ही सिंपल सी है कि smallest unit, सबसे छोटी से छोटी unit. As you know, when we make the Java program, so we use a combination of alphabets, like we use A, B, C, D and all. We use class. So class is what? Combination of alphabets. We can use combination of digits also. We can use semicolon, comma, brackets, square brackets, colon sign, double quote, single quote. We use a lot of characters, right? So all those characters have its own significant meaning. So that is known as what? Character. Next is example of characters. Here is the example. Letters. Letters means capital A to Z or small a to Z. Next one is digit, lies from 0 to 9. Next is hyphen sign. Next one is mathematical symbol like plus, minus, multiply, divide, modulus, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. Next one we are having is punctuation marks. Punctuation means like colon sign, semicolon, comma, question mark, space. So these are the punctuation marks here. Then next one is control character. Control character means that are not visible on the screen, output screen, like backslash n, backslash t, backslash b. Okay? So these are the control characters. So all these characters we actually use it while making a Java program. And all these characters are known as what? These are defined inside a character set. Now, question that can come in your exam is which character set is used by Java? Now, all these characters, this letters, digits, hyphen, mathematical symbols, all these symbols should be converted into a form so that it can be easily understood by the computer system, because we know what? Letters we can understand. We can write here A to Z. We can understand it. It is a human readable form. But computer do not understand it, because computer understand only machine language or binary language. So it needs to be converted into any other form. So we need a encoding, character encoding scheme. So we are having a character encoding scheme known as यूनिकोड. यूनिकोड क्या है? आपका एक एनकोडिंग स्कीम है. मतलब एक आपका कह सकते हो कि जैसे बहुत सारी स्कीम्स होती हैं अलग अलग, ठीक है, उसी तरीके से ये एक हमारे पास था. तो द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ दिस यूनिकोड इज़ यूनिवर्सल कोड. यूनिवर्सल कोड. दिस कोड इज़ एक्चुअली इज़ ऑफ 2 byte character code, or you can say 2 byte means how many bits will be there? Bits. 1 byte equal to 8 bit. So 2 byte is equal to how many bits? 16 bit. So Unicode will be of 16 bits, right? Now, if you are saying that Unicode is of 16 bits character set, so using 16 bits, how many combinations you can make, how many characters you can form to raised to the power 16, which is equivalent to 65536 number of characters. That means 65,536. That means this much of characters you can represent by following this Unicode scheme, which is enough to represent almost all the characters defined in the different languages, like English language, Arabic language, Chinese language, Japanese, German, whatever it is. तो हर एक लैंग्वेज में, यानी कि हर एक जो लैंग्वेज उसमें अलग अलग कैरेक्टर्स यूज़ करते हैं. तो इतने सारे जो कैरेक्टर्स हैं, ये जो वैल्यू है एक्चुअली ये इनफ होती है जितने भी अदर लैंग्वेजेस हैं उनके कैरेक्टर्स को डिफाइन करने के लिए, right? So a question आएगा कि which character set is used by Java, so you will write the answer as Java uses Unicode character set, which is 2 byte character code, or we can say 16-bit, right? That can represent almost all the characters in almost all the human alphabets and writing system around the world. Done about this Unicode. Now we are going to start here the new topic. Topic is identifiers in Java. So here it is. We will study about keywords, identifiers, punctuators, literals. Okay. So starting with the first one, here is identifiers. So identifier is the name given to any variable, class, method or object by the programmer. ठीक है? So we can say identifiers are the names given by the programmer to various program units of Java, like variable, class, method and object. Just like here we have given to represent this. Now suppose it is a variable, so we have named it as this, D. For this we have given the name as A. For this we have given the name as C. That means it is going to identify that the name of this block or set of balls is D. The name of this set of balls is A. For this it is C, for this it is E, then this is G. So like it is, ठीक है? So identifiers क्या होते हैं कि किसी भी चीज़ को identify करने के लिए जो programmer names को specify करते हैं, that is known as identifier. Moving on to next, rules for identifiers in Java. Now first rule is, it says what? That identifiers may contain letters from small a to z, capital A to z, from 0 to 9, $sign and underscore sign. Only these are the values that you can use while naming any identifier, right? Now if I say example, my variable 1, so it is a valid, you can use it, ठीक है? If you are writing my underscore variable 1, it is again valid. If you are writing my dash, so dash is not allowed because here it is what? Underscore sign. So there is a difference between dash and underscore, okay? So here it is what? Dash sign, so it is invalid. If I am writing my variable hash, because it is also a special symbol and it is not allowed while naming any identifier name, so it is also invalid here. So this was the first rule. Moving on to next rules. For the second rule is identifier should not start with a digit, should not start with a digit. For example, if I write my variable 1, it is valid because 1 is coming at last. If I write my 1 my dash variable, it is invalid. If I say 1 my, valid or invalid? Invalid. If I say my 1, valid? Yes. If I say my 1, valid? No. Reason? Space is there. Space is also not allowed, right? Next, identifiers must not contain space in between. Space नहीं आना चाहिए. Like we can have underscore between these two, my और variable 1 के बीच में we can have underscore sign, but we cannot use here space, so it is invalid and this one is valid. Moving on to next, identifiers must not like the keywords. That means it should not be the name of the keyword. Keyword नहीं होना चाहिए, like void. As you know what are keywords, here we will discuss what are keywords. So keywords are the special words that convey a special meaning to the compiler, यानी कि जिनका meaning already predefined होता है, compiler को already fixed होता है. So that words you cannot use it. That means those are reserved and you cannot use it as your own name or as a identifier name by the programmer. So that are known as keywords. For example, if, switch, do, public, class, void and many more. So all these are what? Keywords. So on the next page you can write the definition for keywords also, right? So void, invalid because it is a keyword. Main, invalid because of keyword. If, invalid because of keyword. For, again invalid because of keyword. Next, Identifiers are case sensitive, so following are not the names of same variable. Case sensitive means uppercase and lowercase are treated differently. For example, if you write capital A and if you write a small a, both are different in Java. बोथ आर डिफरेंट इन जावा. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे जैसे आपने लिखा है माई वेरिएबल वन, हेयर ऑल्सो यू हैव रिटन माई वेरिएबल वन, बट बोथ आर डिफरेंट बिकॉज हेयर स्मॉल एम इज यू आर यूजिंग एंड हेयर कैपिटल एम. In the same way, if you are writing my variable 1 and my variable 1, this is first example and this is here second example. My variable 1 again different because here it is written in lowercase and here it is written in capital uppercase, right? So you cannot means you can use it, but you should remember it that Java, because it is case sensitive, so wherever you are using a small letters, so everywhere you have to use the identifier name in the same way. Next is, after discussing what are identifiers and the rules for identifiers, next is we are going to start about data types. So directly here it is given what primitive data types, but before it I am going to tell you one more thing, that what are data types. So you can write the definition in your notebook, that data types are means to identify the type of data and associated operations of handling it, That means if you will define the type of any data, so it will tell you that which type of value the variable is going to hold in the memory, right? For example, if I write int a, it means a is a variable which is going to hold the value of integer type in the memory. So it is what? Data type. Now data types are of two types, namely primitive. You will make here diagram as, do not make this diagram given here. Data type are primarily divided or categorized into two types. Here you write primitive types, here you write non-primitive types, right? Now for primitive types you make this diagram, यहाँ पर बना लीजिए same as it is, and for non-primitive type यहाँ पर write here, for non-primitive type class, interface and array, class, interface and array, right? Now starting with the first one, that it is of two types, primitive and non-primitive. So primitive means what? Predefined, or we can say inbuilt. That means the data types which are already defined in Java are known as primitive data types, and which are defined by the user are known as non-primitive data types. Now here diagram is given for primitive data types. Look at here. Primitive types are divided into integer, float, character and boolean. Okay. Then integer are further categorized into byte, short, int and long. Mark it here. Then for float and double. That means floating point mein you can take two types of data types, float as well as double. This is for primitive data types that are already defined, and non-primitive that are created by user. Okay. Moving on to next. The very first one is integer. So as you know, in integer it is already divided into byte, short, int and long. Okay. So byte occupies 8 bits and 1 byte. Byte को कितना memory चाहिए? 1 byte. It needs 1 byte, right? Now it can store values in the range of -128 to +127 plus 127. How it is? Now यहाँ पे देखिए, आपको पता है डिफाइन कैसे करना है, ये तो सिंपल है, ठीक है. b is equal to 4. नाउ हाउ यू आर कैलकुलेटिंग दिस रेंज -128 to 127, ये कैसे आएगा? एज यू नो दैट बाइट रिक्वायर्स वन बाइट का मतलब 8 बिट्स, तो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, राइट? नाउ this first bit, because you know it can मतलब take positive numbers as well as negative numbers, ठीक है? So first bit is reserved because sign क्या आता है, नंबर से पहले आता है, तो जो first bit होगी actually that will be reserved for sign, it will get reserved for sign, either for plus or for minus, ठीक है? Now 7 bits you can utilize to store the number. Now, as you know, using that 7 bits, you can make 2 to the power 7, that means 128 numbers. Using these 7 bits, you can take only 2 raised to the power 7, 128 numbers you can generate, है ना? Now, 127 numbers for positive, 128 numbers positive, 128 numbers negative. यानी कि आप टोटल कितने नंबर जनरेट कर सकते हो? 256. कैसे? अगेन 128 नंबर्स आप बना सकते हो, आपको पता है हेयर यू आर यूजिंग व्हाट, साइन बिट, तो यानी कि इतने ही पॉजिटिव नंबर्स और इतने ही निगेटिव नंबर, यानी कि प्लस के यानी कि पॉजिटिव नंबर्स यू कैन जनरेट 128, है ना? निगेटिव नंबर्स कितने जनरेट कर सकते हो? 128. सो टोटल नंबर्स कितने हो गए? 256. लुक एट हेयर, यू कैन जनरेट टोटल 256 वैल्यूज, बट द क्वेश्चन अराइजेज इज दैट हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट द रेंज ऑफ दिस -128 to 127, कैसे करोगे? सो आंसर इज, आपको क्या करना है, देखो 0 से, क्योंकि 128 करने हैं तो 128 में 0 पॉजिटिव में हम कंसिडर करते हैं, तो 0 से लेकर 127 तक कितने नंबर्स हुए? 0 to 127 इफ़ यू विल काउंट, कितने हो गए नंबर्स? 128. सो ये कितने हो गए? ये हैं आपके पॉजिटिव 128 नंबर्स, है ना? माइनस इधर मूव करोगे लेफ्ट साइड में, सो -1 -2 -3, इस तरीके से आपको कितने बनाने हैं? 128 नंबर. सो लास्ट का नंबर क्या होगा? -128, ठीक है? लुक एट हियर, 0 to 127, ये कितने हो गए? 128 नंबर्स पॉजिटिव. -1 to -128 कितने नंबर्स हो गए? 128. मीन्स दीज आर ऑल्सो 128, दीज आर ऑल्सो 128. इफ यू विल एड ऑन दीज टू नंबर्स यू विल गेट द आंसर एज 256. क्लियर और नॉट? If it is not clear, then again I am going to explain in the next data type, right? Moving on to next here, for short I am going to calculate. Here. Now short takes 2 bytes and 16 bits. 16 bits कैसे? Because 1 byte is equal to 8 bit, so 2 byte is equal to 16 bits. Now it can store, now here is the description given, how you will define it. तो short s is equal to 500, आप इस तरीके से डिफाइन करते हो. रेंज आ रही है आपकी -2 प्लस दिस, कैसे निकालोगे? As you know, short also can take positive numbers as well as negative number, ठीक है? Now total 16 bits are there, so look at here for 16 bits. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Now one bit here is reserved for sign, either for positive or for negative. Now these 15 bits, this one you will use to store the number. So using 15 bits you can generate 2 की power 15 numbers. So 2 की power 15 is 3 2 7 6 8. आप इतने numbers generate कर सकते हो using this 15 bits. Is that so? इतने numbers आप generate कर सकते हो total, यानी कि इतने ही numbers positive के लिए and इतने ही numbers negative के लिए, यानी कि 32,768 तो पॉजिटिव नंबर जनरेट कर सकते हो और इतने ही आप निगेटिव के लिए भी जनरेट कर सकते हो. क्लियर है? नाउ अब आप देखिए, आपको क्या करना है? पॉजिटिव जनरेट करने कितने? 3 2 7 6 8 नंबर्स. तो 0 से लेकर, 0 से मूव ऑन करोगे तो 3 2 7 6 7 टोटल. इफ़ यू विल काउंट इट you will get positive numbers. कितने? how many positive numbers? 0 से 3 2 7 6 7. अगर आप काउंट करोगे तो कितने हुए? 3 2 7 6 8. yes or no? जैसे अगर आपसे पूछा जाए कि 0 से 9 तक टोटल कितने डिजिट्स, कितने नंबर्स हो गए 0 से 9 तक? 10. काउंट इट ऑन योर फिंगर्स. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 टोटल नंबर्स आर 10. इन द सेम वे अगर आप 0 से काउंटिंग स्टार्ट करते हो तो 0 से 3 2 7 6 7 तक लेके जाओगे. सो टोटल कितने हो गए 3 2 7 6 8. ठीक है, इतने तो हो गए पॉजिटिव नंबर. अब आपको 3 2 7 6 8 निगेटिव नंबर्स करने हैं. तो यहाँ पे जब लेफ्ट में स्टार्ट करोगे तो ये होगा -1 -2 -3 अप टू कहाँ तक जाओगे 3 2 7 6 8 करने के लिए माइनस का 3 2 7 6 8 नॉट 7 8 क्योंकि दिस इज स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम -1. यहाँ पे स्टार्ट हो रहा है फ्रॉम 0. नाउ द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ दिस एंड द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ दिस. अब आप देख लीजिए. सो आपकी जो लास्ट रेंज मिल रही है और जो फर्स्ट रेंज मिल रही है दैट इज व्हाट हियर -32768 2 plus 32767. If you will combine it, you will get this as the answer. And here it is -32768 2 plus 32767, right? And if you will add on the numbers, you will get 65536 number of digits. Okay. So in this way, you will calculate the range. सो दिस इज़ ओनली फॉर 2 बाइट्स. अब जैसे अगर आप लॉन्ग का कैलकुलेट करोगे, फ्लोट का करोगे, फ्लोट टेक्स हाउ मेनी बाइट्स 4 है ना, दैट मीन्स 32 बिट्स. तो 32 बिट्स का मतलब दैट मीन्स 2 to the power 31 नंबर्स फॉर पॉजिटिव फॉर निगेटिव ऑल्सो. सेम फॉर लॉन्ग ऑल्सो इट टेक्स हाउ मेनी बाइट्स 8 बाइट्स. सो 8 8 जो 64 बिट्स. दैट मीन्स 2 to the power 63 बिट्स. उतना ही पॉजिटिव उतना निगेटिव एंड दैट इज़ अ वेरी लार्ज नंबर, राइट. नेक्स्ट इंटीजर. In the same way, it occupies 4 bytes, 32 bits, and can store this much of numbers. Look at here. इतना बड़ा नंबर आप जनरेट कर सकते हो बिकॉज 2 की पावर 31 अगर आप निकालोगे सो यू विल गेट सम लाइक दिस. ठीक है. एंड हियर इज द डिस्क्रिप्शन हाउ टू डिफाइन इंटीजर नंबर्स. नेक्स्ट, लॉन्ग occupied 8 bytes. That means 8 into 8 64 bits, and this is the range here given. Look at here, very large number. And if you want to describe any that means to declare any long type of value, then you will write like this. उसके बाद क्या लगाते हैं आप L. किसी भी नंबर के बाद if you will suffix it by L, either capital or small, so it will become a long type of number. Okay. Next, for float, 4 bytes, how many bits 32 because of 4 into 8. एंड दिस इज़ द रेंज गिवन इन एक्सपोनेंट फॉर्म. हमने पढ़ा था ना 11th क्लास में मेंटीसा और एक्सपोनेंट. सो दिस इज़ गिवन इन मेंटीसा एक्सपोनेंट फॉर्म एक्चुअली, एंड दैट इज़ अ वेरी लार्ज नंबर. दैट्स वाई दे हैव नॉट रिटन. एंड दिस इज़ द वे हाउ यू डिफाइन इट फॉर फ्लोट. आइदर यू यूज़ कैपिटल F or you use small f. Next one is for double. Double require how many bytes? 8 bytes. See, integer and float, these 2 takes 4 bytes, and long and double, these 2 takes how many bytes? 8 bytes, right? So this is for double. Now if you want to write that means to declare double type of value, you can also suffix it by capital D or small d. It depends on you. Means if you are not writing anything in it will be considered as double. If you want to make it float, then you have to write capital F or small f. Depends on you. Next is for character. Character takes how many bytes? 2 bytes. So 2 into 8 16 bits. And here is how you will define a character. One example is given for lowercase and one is for uppercase. So and characters are defined inside the single quote like this. Next is for boolean. Boolean occupies 1 byte. Now boolean, as you know, that it can store only 2 types of value, either true or false. So you can declare it in this way: boolean b equal to true or boolean b is equal to false, right? So here we have completed our keywords topic. We have done character set firstly, then we have discussed identifiers. In between we have discussed about keywords, and at last we have discussed primitive types, right? So this was enough for today. In the next video we will discuss about literals and operators. So thank you. Have a good day.